Listen, it's easy to turn a loss into a lesson. Believe me, I've taken many losses and turned them into lessons. From going to the penitentiary, from having relationships with a woman, from having friendships with a friend, relationships with family, business dealings, all that type of shit, man. Anytime that something negative has happened, whether somebody burned me or somebody ain't treat me the way I thought they should have treated me, listen, I could leave it as a loss, as a negative experience, right? But I refuse to do that. So I turn that loss into a lesson. And the second I learn from it, it turns into a lesson. It's no longer a loss, right? Think about it. If we touch the stove and we get our hand burned, we don't learn from it, it's a loss. If we get our hand burned and we learn from it, it's a lesson. We was taught something through the process of that. All lessons, ain't easy lessons either. I've learned that too. I've learned plenty of times that I've got my heart broken in lessons. I got my feelings hurt, my pride, my ego. I've been let down, but I've got lessons throughout all that stuff, man. So don't just take a L and not learn from it, man. Learn from it. Learn the warning signs that maybe we ignored, because a lot of times there's smoke before there's fire. It's just sometimes we don't choose to accept it. Sometimes we choose to be like, nah, that ain't smoke, or maybe it's something else, right? All the evidence is in our face, but we choose to ignore it. So now I've learned, when I see those signs, I gotta listen to them. Have to listen to them, because if somebody burns me 3 or 4 times, or somebody does me wrong 3 or 4 times, that's my fault. It's like shame on, do me once, cross me once, shame on you, twice, shame on me. It's that right there. So when people show us who they are, we got to believe them. Take it for face value. Doesn't mean we got to be upset at them. Doesn't mean we got to be bitter. Doesn't mean none of that. It just means now I know what eyes to see you through. Maybe at one time I held you as a friend or a confidant or a business associate or family. Now you lost them, right? And it doesn't mean, listen, I got people I don't speak to right now. I got my father I don't speak to. I got my grandmother I don't speak to. I got aunts that I don't speak to. And it's better like that. Doesn't mean I wish them harm. I wish them all the success and blessings in the world, but not in my world. You're just not going to be around me. I refuse. I've took too many losses in my life that I've turned into lessons to waste any of my time anymore. Won't happen. I advise you to do the same, man. Somebody shows you who they are, but leave them the first time.